I never imagined that the smallest, quietest voice in the house would be the one to save me. My granddaughter, Alia, only 7 years old, with pigtails bouncing and a smile that could soften stone, became the unexpected guardian of my life. It started on a calm Sunday evening. I was in my room polishing the old wooden frame that held my late wife's picture. The winter sun was fatting, and the warm orange glow filled the corners of the room. My knees ached, my back stubborn as usual, but I felt peaceful. My son Horace had remarried a year ago after Alia's mother passed away. His new wife Samreen was polite, too polite, the kind that smiles with her lips but never with her eyes. Still, I tried to live quietly and cause no trouble. I stayed in the small guest room, ate alone most days, and kept to myself. I didn't want to be a burden. That evening, the door creaked open soft as a whisper. Alia slipped inside and shut it behind her. Her big brown eyes were wide, frightened, shimmering with unshed tears. "Grandpa," she whispered urgently, "stay safe." My heart thudded. "What happened? Tell me slowly." She climbed onto my lap, clutching my shirt tightly. I heard stepmom talking on the phone. She said you are in her way. She said she wants you gone so she can take daddy's money. She said she'll make daddy send you to an old home and never let you come back." I froze. A child's imagination can be wild, but Alia wasn't dramatic. She was thoughtful, observant, and honest to a fault. The fear in her eyes wasn't pretend, it was real. "Are you sure, Beta?" I asked gently. She nodded quickly, trembling. She was in the kitchen. She didn't know I was reading under the table. She said you're just extra weight daddy doesn't need." Those words sliced like glass. I hugged her tightly, keeping my voice steady. "Thank you for telling me, you're very brave." But inside, I felt the tremor of something dark. That night, I didn't sleep. I heard footsteps outside my door twice, light, slow, cautious. Every sense told me something was wrong. Samreen's behavior had been shifting for months, strange looks, curt comments, and irritation whenever Horace helped me. I knew she didn't like my presence, but plotting, destroying the bond between father and son, I prayed it wasn't true. The next morning, everything changed. At breakfast, Samreen served tea and paradas with her usual sweetness, but Alia clung to my arm, watching her stepmother like a hawk. Horace was scrolling his phone, missing every tense detail around the table. "Papa," Samreen said, placing the tea in front of me, "you should take your medicine right after. It will help you sleep better during the day." It was unusual. She never cared about my medicines. I glanced at Alia. Her small head shook almost invisibly. "Thank you," I said, "but I already took them." Her eyes flickered, not disappointment, but irritation. I drank water instead. Later, when Samreen left the kitchen, Alia tugged at my hand and pulled me to the sink. She pointed at the teacup. "Grandpa, don't," she put something in it. My stomach tightened. "What do you mean?" I saw her pour something from a small bottle when she thought I wasn't looking. My mind raced. Was it simply too much sugar, something harmless, or something meant to make me appear ill so Horace would agree to send me away? No matter the truth, the danger felt real. That afternoon, I made my decision. I needed to talk to Horace privately and calmly without Samreen twisting the story. But fate had a cruel sense of timing. As I left my room, I overheard their voices from the living room. "Horace," Samreen said sweetly, "your father is becoming difficult. Alia is picking up his bad habits. He forgets things, refuses his medicines, and keeps you stressed. Maybe it's time we consider moving him somewhere comfortable, an elder care facility." My breath hitched. "Samreen, he's my father," Horace replied, sounding uneasy. "He's fine." "He's not fine," she insisted. "And he's affecting the household. You promised we'd start fresh. I can't do that with him here." She was manipulating him, twisting knives with her soft, deceptive voice. I stepped away before Horace saw me. My chest ached, not from age this time, but from heartbreak. My own son was being slowly poisoned against me. That evening, I packed a small bag, not out of weakness, but to protect the one person who had protected me, Alia. If Samreen realized she had told me the truth, I feared what anger might fall on her. When I zipped the bag, I heard a tiny gasp. "Grandpa, you're leaving." Her voice shattered into pieces. I knelt and held her face. "Only for a little while. I need Daddy to understand things slowly. I don't want you to get in trouble." Tears spilled down her cheeks. "I'll go with you." No, Beta, I whispered. You stay, you're the reason I'm safe, and I'll come back for you. Just then, the door burst open. Horace stood there, stunned. Behind him, Samrine's expression twisted into something sharp, something triumphant until she saw my bag. What's going on? Horace asked. I took a slow breath. I'm leaving. I don't want to be the cause of tension between you two. Horace frowned. Papa, you don't have to. He does, Samrine cut in smoothly. He knows it's best. But Alia stepped forward like a warrior. No, Daddy's stepmom wants him gone because she wants your money. She told someone on the phone that Grandpa is in her way. Silence. Horace blinked, shocked. What? Alia grabbed his hand, pleading. I heard everything. She wants him gone forever. Samrine paled. She's lying. She's a child. But Horace wasn't convinced. He turned to her slowly, suspicion darkening his eyes. You said last week Dad should be sent away, and now this. Her mask cracked. Horace. Enough, he said, voice firm. That single word saved me. Later that night, Horace came to my room, ashamed. Papa, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize what was happening. Please don't leave. I placed a hand on his shoulder. Be a good father. Alia deserves safety and love. He nodded, tears in his eyes. As for Samrine, she left 2 days later after a bitter argument, her plans exposed by a child's pure heart. Since then, Alia sleeps peacefully again, unburdened by secrets, and every night she hugs me tight and whispers, Grandpa, you're safe now because I'm here. And she is. My guardian angel, only 7 years old.